Mirage underway here between Sprout and Monte. It's Monte's home turf. It's their home ground. It's their favorite map, Alan. But can Sprout disrupt their feeling of calm, cool collection on familiar territory? Can they make it a little interesting? Let's find out.
I wouldn't describe Monte as calm myself.
No, I suppose that's fair. Well, maybe they feel the calm in the chaos. Right now, they're feeling the calm in the free site because it's a full retake set up on towards A, so there's no real fight for them. Zello had a bit of a window to peek, but he certainly can't deny the bomb, and now Jungle is even under siege. Pressure on.
Ooh.
Wow, that was filthy. Okay, and Zello will clean up the next as well, so this retake is off to a nice start, even if I can't apparently say the word. They're Tetris and Ramp for the contact. They're already onto the defuse. The lineup's not there. They're just going to get the stick.
What's happening?
Wow, talk about a commanding retake there. No fight.
What's happening? They didn't hit a single bullet.
No.
I've watched a lot of hours of BOROS playing over the years, and he doesn't miss those often. I don't know how Lau wins that. Wow. All in all, pretty stunning they even got a bomb plant in a round that was that decisive in the end, so I guess it's not the end of the world. But still a bit of a statement from Sprout to win it in such a fashion. Bit of a tech pause. We hope we're not here too long. And certainly, for a team like Monte, rounds like these are their most dangerous weapons. This is the greatest resource they're allocated as a team, is playing rounds like these and having all the chances. I'd actually love to see that again on BOROS. Get him in first.
None of the utility, though. Just a flash and a smoke.
They don't need it.
You're right. They don't tend to need it, but it's interesting. I mean, Sprout was one of my favorite teams to watch last year. They were one of my most exciting teams to watch last year, so if they can get back to that level, to delivering to any degree of that, I'm going to be very happy.
Yeah,
we saw them a lot in towards conferences, in towards challengers, and I mean, the promise was there, the excitement was there, and Staehr bring a little bit of that excitement back in, but oh, what a shot out from kRaSnaL. It's apparently server muted.
Yeah,
in fact.
Someone's been a naughty boy in the deathmatch. Comes BOROS for a clear of connector. As where's Warrior got that kill? He just walked out. Did he walk out ramp?
Palace, I think.
Oh.
But I'm not actually sure.
This is crumbling.
It's getting awkward. Lau trying to bail it. Should know that a player's out, but he's just going to fight forward. And indeed, my goodness, Lau and X making it happen by the might of his gun.
I can't believe how quickly that turned. And I guess there was a lack of utility. So nobody had a smoke.
A surplus of Lau, I think.
Yeah, surplus of Lau and a real lack of util to cover him off. 6 frags for him. And Monte, a 4-on-4. I think that they had man up at one point as well in that round. They couldn't convert. So they'll be a tad disappointed. And now a real heavy eco. As you said, I think Sprout was one of those teams which you felt like they were between tier 2 and 1, weren't they? They were on that road between them. And they were just getting into it at the start of this year. And that's just as everything started collapsing.
Then they slam a detour straight into Turd City. Okay, speaking of Turd City, DemQQ's adding more to its population. 1, 2, hit with the Deeg. Oh my god, it's the new guy who's got to do something here. Alpha with just an MP9, and he's on the flank, and Warrell's looking for it. Warrell's looking for it. Be a bit careful not to get caught with a bomb. That's the bomb. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. DemQQ's just going to duel, because it's DemQQ. Oh no! Fellas, you had the sight! You had a 2v1! You don't even wind up with a plant!
Where's the player? Who is it that's jumping over the railing? Just go to the site. I don't know what's going on here. Why is Warrior re-peaked? That was the most Monty round I've seen for a long time. Yeah. It's a real shame because DemQQ, those shots were ruinous. They were amazing.
It's the Monte effect, right? 2 ridiculous deagles to open up around they had no business being in, but then you think you can get the 3rd deagle, and so you throw away your chance to actually win it. BOROS loses a little bit of health on that exchange. Has to burn his smoke as well. So there's very limited utility again in this round. It's the first gun round, but Waro! What a duel with XELLOW. What a duel. Op not out yet, and XELLOW can't get her done with a rifle. So now, Alpha is again under siege.
They've lent an extra player onto B. Lau is hiding Firebox. And the player that's gone down is the AWPer. So Monte don't necessarily have the info that B is any weaker. A connector smoke goes down from Xiphon. And Monte do need to start thinking about how this round's going to end. They just went for a default at the start. Lots of people looking for fights. And where's that bomb headed? On SDY. In towards the B apartments. And that is the right way to go right now. Sprout are not even taking information. They're very committed to their stack. And look at Alpha as well. He's leaning off to cover the murder hole. This is not the place to be playing with an MP9.
No. It felt like maybe they were calling for the full gamble, and then Alpha thinks better of it. He's got a bit of util. Can he stall? Not really. Certainly not without a Molotov. And they're not rotating to support him, so he's hearing this. He's got to know that this is the take on in, but it's going to be SDY with a quick kill, and that will confirm the same. So 3 rifles might make it through. Not stairs. Banjo. Oh, another muted player. Is that Xiphon? Just a whole server of mutes.
It's funny when the muted name is also another pro player name. So it gets even more confusing. But Sprout needed these guns. They really needed these guns because they're double eco now. That's a catastrophe. And Monte, they didn't win either at the force buy or the eco, but they did quite a lot of damage. That's a one player, of course, when they had the Deags out. And this is the result. Sprout have no saves. Deagles across the board. 1 flashbang on Xiphon. This is looking grim.
It's really interesting that they're bringing Alpha into the roster. I'm going to preface this by saying I know nothing about Alpha. I mean, I have no information about this guy. And of course, Monte is never going to give me a chance to actually talk about this because they just hit. So here they go. Into the fight. Here we go. Flashbang on BOROS. Good. Dodges the flash. Gets the kill. Taken out of play, but the trades are there. XELLOW adds a little bit of intrigue, but the fights will never stop in the round. Eventually will be over when someone goes back to get the bomb. Somebody goes back to get the bomb, DemQQ. DemQQ, just go get the bomb. Why are you coming back?
This team,
I love Monte.
They were more disciplined at the major than I've seen them before.
Yeah, I can't blame them for maybe getting back to the loosey-goosey style for online matches, right? The major was obviously the full focus for a while. Now they cut a bit loose, and Alpha, health being low, could, I guess, just save the rifle, and that seems to be what he wants to do. So, speaking about Alpha, right? This is a guy we know realistically nothing about. He's played pretty decently individually since his addition to this roster, but it raises questions. I don't think that he's played for, other teams or other international organizations before this point. He's coming off of Boston Crab. He filled in for Blue Jays for a brief period there. He played for that C9 Academy team, which we didn't know existed. It existed apparently very briefly. So he's a relative unknown coming out of the CIS region. And that asks questions, the questions about how much is he able to contribute in terms of communication. No idea what his language skills are like communicating in English, no idea what that bridge is like. What is he bringing to the server in terms of potential experience? He's very young at 18, so it's just a very fresh face we realistically know nothing about at this point.
He's the number 2 rated player for Sprout in this tournament, and he is, where is he? Around the top 10-ish. Yeah, he's about top 15-ish sort of range. Shouldn't too bad, and they played a lot of series so far, so that's a pretty decent sample size. And that's not a good start for Alpha in this round. My assumption is that he's more of an FPL player, given that he hasn't played in many teams. He seems to be a mechanical talent. And of course, he's filling in right now for an in-game leader slot, which is all a little bit perplexing. Yeah. But at least individually, he seems to be playing just fine.
And as well, you do have to wonder, one of the things that's interesting to note, right, is if Sprout are kind of kicking the can of in-game leadership down the road and just saying, well, we'll just let Barry call from the coaching slot, and we'll just sort of mid-round as it goes. That's kind of paying the piper, right? Because that can't translate to LAN, where the coach cannot have the same impact. He can't. Theoretically not supposed to be doing it online, but it's a little tougher to enforce. See why. The shot here. But it also puts everybody else on the roster on notice, because if Alpha's not coming in to fill that in-game leadership, then whoever is picking up that role needs to be showing up, or there's the risk of somebody else getting replaced if Alpha really shines out. Wow, full blind did try to go for a swing. The timing of that flashbang is brutal, and this one's falling by the wayside. Indeed, it's BOROS to confirm it with a 3-piece from Cat, and Monte slide into the lead.
That third kill was just ridiculous. And Sprout have not got a lot out of these gun rounds of late. It's not looking great. Monte just running the defaults, taking mid control, getting a lot of duels. Flashes were nice for BOROS. And this is where Monte plays their best stuff on the T side of Mirage. They're absolutely fearless with a lot of these engagements. Another eco out from Sprout. This one's a little bit heavier. Couple deagles, some armor in the mix. And Lau has found one. So these mid guys for the T side need to be a little bit cautious. They seems to be cleaning up house.
Do indeed. Still playing Con. Oh, they don't know. They don't know Stair's here, so he's gonna get one. Alpha gets a kill at the same moment. Certainly not. Certainly not. Again, Monte does not have the bomb, as they're mostly seeking fights and conflict. And actually, look at this. Stair's pushed through spawn. Could he beat DemQQ to the C4? Oh, he might indeed. He will have heard the footsteps. I think he's just given an audio cue as well. So now DemQQ's going to wait for the fight. 50 seconds. Not yet on the clock, but about to be. Good shot from Stair, but it's only the one. Still, this round gets expensive at the least. Problem is, Monte had built up enough of bank to which it just doesn't really matter.
And the T side, so... yeah, they can suffer losses. They can still get bomb plants. And it's the weaker side. And Sprout won and converted pistol. This is starting to look a little bit dire this half. Double AWP is the response. Lau on the second. Where are we playing? Lau's towards the B side of the map. XELLOW is triple right now. Playing in between there and CT. And the AWP on towards B. A perfect start. Lau, head boost. Fast boosting into the apartments. And he makes good on that AWP purchase.
They need it. Right, Monte's turned into a bit of a wrecking ball in these early rounds, and that slows them up just a bit. Pushing a window here. BOROS won't be stopped. Oh, he's gained a lot of ground.
They've got no idea.
For it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. BOROS causing problems here. He's gonna get right up. Oh, BOROS, you cheeky boy! Looking for the second kill, looking to confirm it. He's checking. He knows that Cat is clear now. BOROS, you madman. He's going to go back to find what he already had. Lau, none the wiser at any point here, and the knife will come out. Blade in the back. BOROS toying with his food. But Alpha's now slid just into position where he could cause problems. Can't escape. Can't escape Warrow's ult. And now this round is looking ruinous. BOROS just taking command of every step of the way. He's got himself an ult now. Missed the shot. Rare miss from BOROS, but he'll make good on it. Do they know? The one X factor here is they don't know XELLOW's position, and costs them the second as well. Just the USP to do it. Bomb defuse. Sprout managed to recover.
Somehow. BOROS. He should have stayed on the rifle, I think. I have more versatility. He also couldn't. So he gets this kill, and then Alpha comes back off catwalk, and BOROS can't really help because he's on an AWP holding a line. Probably should have rifled and played with his teammates. But if you're going to lose a round as Monte, that's how you do it. You get a lot of kills, bomb plant, your money's still good, and it's Sprout that still have nothing in reserve. They need to chain rounds together. And we'll see if Lau goes for a similar play. This time he's over towards, where are you? Window. So that AWP is switched up a little bit. No B apartments aggression this time.
Kill on. Whoa. DemQQ for another as well. Zello, though, making some noise. Making some action. The ult missed its first foray in a tough spot here. Staehr keeps it healthy. That was a huge opportunity missed. The flashbang was timed well. Don't know how the kill is recovered, but it is indeed. And now BOROS and kRaSnaL are putting in work. A clutch on the cards for Staehr. He's had a couple of these moments already. He seems like he might have the right read. They've gone double mid. Smoke is still up. He thinks he's cleared it. But no, the smoke just guised off exactly the position they were in. So now Staehr, operating with stale information. He's going to miss the window. These players creep on by and slip into B. He's so out of position to deal with this. The rotation's going to be brutal. He doesn't even have a kit, Alan.
There might be one down somewhere. But you get the sense he's just going to save, don't you? As soon as his bomb goes down. He's gambled. And he's got the wrong sight. BOROS doesn't need to push beyond this, so he needs to be a little careful.
Wouldn't be BOROS without the threat of an overextension.
Staehr could be anywhere, you know. He could be in B apartments right now or something. Could be
well,
walking
he's not
up
going
catwalk.
to attempt it, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's becoming a bulldozer, isn't it? This Monte squad on this T side. Win one, Sprout immediately getting reset here. Zyphon will be able to buy. Lau will be on the brink. Staehr could drop one rifle, but it's not a pretty investment. And we haven't seen a lot of compelling rounds, even with full util for Sprout. And certainly, if they want any buy in the next, he's got to hold on.
Uh-oh,
My
won't be able to
lord.
do so. Nifty bit of movement out from BOROS. He's having himself a map. 11 kills with that one. And I mean, this is the Monte effect, right? Especially on Mirage. Once they get that momentum up, once they've got some money going, once they're getting the pace, it's so tough to slow them down at all. Alpha's bought in here. His teammate's going to follow suit. They're going. They're going for this. Wow. Glass Cannon Scout. Very limited utility. No kits to speak of. This one's going to be tough. Missed window smoke makes it a bit easier. Peek out. They get punished for this. Staehr's looking for the fight, but he's not finding it just yet. They've crossed now. Ooh, overwhelming the A defenders. There's still a spot here for Zyphon, but he's going to have to be a hero if they're going to do anything about this. Zyphon manages to find the first. He's looking for more. Won't get it. And with that, they might just be locked out. Once again, Monte have left the bomb way the heck off the site they've now taken. There's just not too many numbers to contest. And
This is absurd.
SDY. Okay, all right. There's just no safe haven on this map. They're fighting everything.
Yeah, and obviously this buy was a bit of a risk for Sprout. And
Staehr's going to go find the bomb. Staehr's going to go find the bomb. No, no, not underpass, Staehr. Not underpass. Come on, you almost had it. This could have gotten interesting. But how could he expect?
Might still.
4 alive, they'd still have the bomb top mid.
They're all eager for the front. None of them is even thinking about the bomb yet. Finally, it looks like SDY, the wise head, I guess, on this team, has worked it out. But it is things like this where you watch, you know, them leaving the bomb or getting a bit overzealous. And kRaSnaL pushed a smoke there when he didn't need to. If Sprout can get their act together, have full buys, they've definitely got the individuals to punish some of these things.
I mean, honestly, at times it does feel like teams should just push through apps every round to see if the C4 has been left. Right? Oh, they take A? All right, let's go see if they left the bomb. Let's go see if they left the bomb. It's at least worth a check. We've seen it happen, I want to say, in at least half of these rounds. SDY might take his last gun away. Can't do that. No one else should be close enough to find it. I say should. It does depend a little bit on Staehr's routing, but he's chosen correctly. He's chosen wisely. And so at least an AK makes it into the next.
This is feeling rough for Sprout. Her lone gun round win was a 2-on-3 retake where Monte could have played it better. Apart from that, it's been pretty flat, hasn't it? Surely they're not considering a buy here. Their buy in the last was already borderline. This is even more so. I think you just got to get some pistols out around StaehrH, and maybe even for a couple of these guys, they're going to AWP again. Save a little bit more on them too. But yeah, certainly have a discussion about coming gun rounds. You can still get a survivable scoreline out of this half of your Sprout. The problem they've got is, what do you call into? Because you feel like everything is going wrong. However you set up however you set up your players across the map, they're just getting entried consistently. In fact, the only good opening to a round I can recall was Lau being boosted fast on the AWP and B-App. So maybe they go back to that again, but that's already been shown. It's really hard to know what Sprout can do in the coming gun rounds.
White knuckle onto sights and pray. Oh, bit of a cheeky play out of connector. That's a nice way to get started. Good flashbang. SDY down, but by putting in resources there, you've left the opening out the ramp, and they've taken full advantage of it. XELLOW gone. Shot for Xiphon, looking for more. Bomb drop for the moment. At least they brought it to sight this time around, and kRaSnaL fighting forward. Will give them the comfort they need to plant. Now the problem is just there's not the weaponry, there's not the utility to get back on towards the site. You're just going to have to brave the crosshairs and pray that you click heads first. Alpha with the SMG, not going to be able to do so. Shadow spotted in spawn, flashbang for it. Lau backed off.
Was a moment there where I thought they could get more out of this round. But not to be. And given where we are in the half, these kills don't matter so much, do they? Because it looks like Monte is buying every round. Because it's nice for StaehrH to feel engaged in the game, but in terms of impact, frags and rounds are still in the balance. Nobody's really stepping up yet from the CP side. The entry was nice, but not enough. Not enough to convert. Why does STY have AMAC 10?
He's been buying it a lot. He's been going super fast at mid and just fighting connector. So he's actually pretty consistently been buying this SMG. It's an interesting one to say the least, but he's going to try this again. Just rock up towards con, see if he can't gain the space. And he's done exactly that. Dumping his util en route. And he has gained the connector.
It is actually only Lau with head armor. Which is definitely a factor if this gets engaged.
Not anticipating the SMG to be out. Can understand that, but it is indeed.
What do we got? It is a very similar round. XELLOW this time boosted. 4A stack around it. See Sprout's response.
Player window. Alpha's got it. Needed that, but the trade is there. Lau does catch his first kill. Towards the connector, so that's cleaned up. It is just the SMG loss, but a man advantage at least for Sprout. These have been tough to come by, and they know, they're ready. They're testing this. XELLOW, oh, he's gonna be a goner. Molotov keeps him alive for a moment, but the knife what? Is out. What is happening? XELLOW's won a knife fight. A knife fight? Are you kidding me? And BOROS got. How's that? How Sprout gets back on the board?
How is it? I have so many questions. How does XELLOW not die immediately after getting faced? How did XELLOW not burn to the molly? How did XELLOW not eat a bullet? How did XELLOW avoid the knife? How did Sprout win that round?
Oh, madness. I feel like we've just jumped down the rabbit hole, and Monte and Sprout are dragging us further. Nice opener. Couple of them. A cacophony of frags. Lau will be able to get some back on the A-ramp progression, but it's pressure on. Alpha, new kid on the block. He's got to deliver here as the B anchor. For the moment, just kRaSnaL, but BOROS come in to support, and that op is not missing much today.
Save.
It's got to be, right? But it's desperation here. Xiphon wants to fight. kRaSnaL's so far forward, he can't even think about it. I was just going to go for the hero play. There's not enough rounds left here, they feel. And he will quickly get his answer. 9 on the board from Monte.
That would have been
right back
would
up.
have been a full buy if they saved these guns. Maybe one gun would be a really great buy. I guess you're right. They just feel dismayed by this half. 6 rounds would have still been not catastrophic. But with this investment now, no AWP. There are a couple M4s. That's the good news. But elsewise, clearly Monte have the much stronger buy. And Lau feels like I've got to take matters into my own hands. I'm top spawn. I'm going to head down into underpass. And he does fail BOROS. And he's the only player on the B side of the map. So Monte got a lot to think about. It's hard for them to root out of mid or A anymore.
His positioning for Moro could be huge, though. He's worked his way into the ladder. I don't think they know he's here. Gonna section out window. StaehrH looking for the window boost, so they're definitely wary that something could be going on here. But there's the face from Lau. Evades for the moment. It's gonna come in towards A. Waro is the little bit of the joker in this one. The unknown factor, the wild card. That's a nice opener. XELLOW also a bit of a surprise. Perhaps will connect. Good damage done. Trades there. DemQQ not grouped with his teammate. Waro still waiting to get impact from this position, but DemQQ's whittled it down to just 2. And meanwhile, Waro's now worked his way out onto B. Does DemQQ bail? He can't. He's stuck. He's stuck in this fight. Waro, I don't even know if he can get here in time. So DemQQ has bailed. Just missed the opportunity on the cross.
Oh, look at underpass.
Alpha's going to catch this if he goes underpass, but no, he's going mid.
What's happening?
He's going to hear the mid play.
What side
but
ending on?
back to this? 15 seconds. They're going A. They're going A. You madmen. Waro misses the opportunity he built for himself, but this is still going to be a bomb plant that can't be denied. Time enough for it. And that is just an absolute brain blast. They got bamboozled entirely. Now they have to cross back from across the map. Waro finally finds his kill. And the mind games have just proved to be too much. StaehrH down. I think just grateful to be done with this half of play. We'll be right back. Because this has been, I mean, we got to make some sense of this one, Alan.
I mean, I don't know. That last round is just funky. And Monte has been the most frustrating team to play against. All of these rounds are just crazy. They're getting aggressive. They're making bonkers rotations. There's so many different looks coming out from these players. And Sprout, surely, after winning and converting pistol, not getting much else out of the half, have to be very frustrated. Monte are now really close to winning their map pick. And I'm not sure how you stop them in this series. They need a big turnaround in the second half to Sprout.
Double digits for Monte, and now they head into their favorite half of this map. I mean, this is just the wrecking ball. This is the Monte effect on Mirage. They are so tough to slow down, and Sprout clearly were not up to the task.
That's plain Monty. They're an absolute wrecking ball, and if you can't survive that initial onslaught, you are dead. You are out of the server, and Sprout absolutely need their second pistol of the map. They've got to make this one work.
One-for-one exchange in towards mid. P250 still up in the hands of Xiphon, but kRaSnaL will lay another down low. Ooh. Like the ambition of a jump USP shot. Don't know how effective that'll be, but kRaSnaL is baiting with him. He's got the kit, so would rather not die, but, you know, there's just one left. So, kit or no kit, it's not really going to be a problem when you got this much time to defuse.
Well, at least they got the bomb plant. That's the good news. And if Sprout can get a reset, they are back in this game, but that is a big if against some of these individuals. Let's get an AK out. Let's give it to Lau. Give it to Stair. Get them aggressive. Get them in a fight. It's going to be Xiphon, but he hasn't got head armor. And he is very vulnerable to these M4s. Important round. If Sprout lose this, their chances of winning Mirage plummets. If they win this round, that'll go a long way to covering some distance that resides between these two teams at the moment. This is a slow one.
Yeah, I mean, this is the slowest we've had in a while.
Look at this setup from Monte. Higher, lower setup in window. SDY is looking down mid. The intent here is clear. They're risking the bomb sites, but right now, they're going to get this right. Here come the T players. Lau first up. No chance against SDY on that angle. And the top mid players don't even peek. They don't even peek. Molly doesn't even flush out these two guys. This is perfect for Monte.
Look at the spot sandwich, though. Look at the spot for Xiphon. Does DemQQ realize Xiphon's gotten that far forward? He'll know he doesn't have information on it, but that's going to distract a lot of focus. The bodies aren't here. Monte could be in trouble. Alpha cleaned up makes this a lot easier, but DemQQ's going to need to get some impact. They don't know he's here. He's been silent. That leads to a teammate dying, and now even numbers. Winnable situation, but a quick rotation from kRaSnaL catches them off guard. So Staehr, another clutch required. They'll start it off well. Time is short, though. 18 seconds needs the fight, and kRaSnaL is so very ready for it.
It's a great try from Sprout. Of course, Xiphon getting on that ground makes it more doable. If they had a bomb plant right now, they would rebuy. And maybe they should anyway. Looks like a bit more of a half buy. But Monte survive. This one has got to be cleaner. Simply has to be. Otherwise, they're still in double eco territory. And, well, aggression being the Monte way. Boro think about a mid push, and BOROS is thinking, I don't want to miss out on that action. I'm coming too.
Oh, look at this from BOROS. He's just pushed up. He's just pushed up. He's gained all this ground. They're all right here. He's going to flank them before they even know what hit him. Such a feel for this. I mean, the timing on this guy is just insane. Now he's got the flank on. Realizes that's the bomb. Says, yeah, I'll take that kill. Might have kicked a bit of a hornet's nest, but his teammates are all now in position and realizing that the jig is up here. Sprout are canceling what was going to be a straight-up A hit. Backing away. The rotation's going to need to be on here. And actually, with this hesitation, Sprout have thinned the defense. BOROS back into the flank. This is weird now. Alpha's going to clear out underpass, try and catch this connected player, which he might do. But time is short. They can't wait for that fully to develop, and as a result, now the bodies are dropping down. What was looking promising is fast slipping away. And even with that kill, the flank from Woro might just be enough to seal the deal on this round. Time is short. XELLOW is down. Alpha simply does not have the time to pull this off, nor does he have the kills.
I mean, it's awkward. It's certainly ways in that round where it could have fallen apart. You know, Sprout have a chance to make this game a lot closer than you'd think at first, if just first glance at the scoreline. Okay, BOROS didn't have armor there for a second. He's bought it in the end. But they're right on the brink of double eco on Monte if they lose this round. So it is important. And Sprout needs to keep their heads in the game. You certainly don't want to bow out of map 1 with only 2 rounds after you won pistol and converted it in the first half. That would just be devastating.
Kind of feeling that's the way it might lean, though. Mid control's been conceded. For once, Monte doesn't really want the fight. They've shifted their focus elsewhere, but it will be BOROS they have to tangle with if they want connector. You know what a monster he can be here. And the first duel goes the way of SDY. A chance to catch, perhaps, for Lau. With a look in his way now, and a smoke to slow him up. Confirmation for BOROS that there are still players in towards mid, if that was in doubt. So it does seem like Sprout are going to rotate in towards a straightforward B hit. A hit that's being anticipated. SDY getting up on the platform. There is one more Molotov, so this could get a little unfortunate for him if the molly gets committed to exactly his spot. But otherwise, well, it goes a bit deep, and now SDY's position might be key. They're still up here. He's showing patience. Lau clears it. Nice pathing from Lau and X. But BOROS back on the scene. It's immediate. His teammates lagging a bit behind, and BOROS isolated will fall. It's DemQQ and Woro, the wombo combo, the dynamic duo. They need to get it done again, and they've done it on the initial. Slowed down the bomb. It's all on XELLOW. He just has to plant. Money at least confirmed, but a clutch required now. XELLOW dancing around the pillar. First one found, and the spray is good.
Massive. Massive. If there's any route back into the game, this is where it starts. Basically a lineup here for XELLOW. Couldn't have gone any better for him. And Monte, what are you going to do? Could you win a 1-9 loss? They're going to full eco. Their buy in the next is going to be very much borderline. It's going to be A1S armor, 1 smoke, A1S armor, 1 flash. Maybe a FAMAS if they want a kit, and a Molotov. Sprout got a real chance to at least close this gap.
BOROS with the USP. Still makes me nervous, man. Of course, you'd love him to have a deagle. Not a possibility here. Even just on the USPs, there's always that chance. Oh, they slipped past him. BOROS is going to have a really cheeky spot here, but no. StaehrH is aware. Johnny on the spot, and bit by bit, they are confirming what should always have been a comfortable win against the USPs. Woro makes it a little bit less, but he shot the gun further away. Can still grab it. And for once, it's Sprout who've left the bomb far behind. Woro making this a lot more expensive.
Okay. Well, that was going to be a frag. And, Sprout also in the camp there of, no bomb on the players. Immediately as they go towards the sites. No harm, no foul. Onwards we ride. And I'm pretty stunned, actually, that Woro even has an AWP. Full glass cannon. practically full investment, and XELLOW straight into it. He might not even expect an AWP to be in play, but WORO has it, and WORO has barely missed a shot this entire map.
It's just relentless. It's just relentless. It's just relentless. As soon as they find a round, as soon as they find any opening, we just expect Monte to come storming back in. Sprout, desperation station here. Do they risk it all here? And now, do they go for it? Alpha is. Lau as well. They're committing in. StaehrH dropped the AWP over for his comrade. It'll find its way into XELLOW's hands. So they are committing here all the way in, gambling on finding a path back in right now in this moment. Otherwise, we start to think about Ancient. As we set up in the pre-show, that's not exactly going to be a major impediment for Monte either. Run boost? No. Siphon, though. A poke out the ramp. That's a kill. StaehrH player down. WORO out of play, and he has been the ringleader, it feels like, in the fragging department. So problems in Monte land. BOROS op.
Always makes for a wacky exchange. Bomb is still in mid. Monte not... Very surprisingly, actually, not pushing for information on one of the sites. His Lau is pretty exposed here in the B apartments. If he dies before the split ensues, it could be a problem. But he gets one. And it's way too much for kRaSnaL to do. 4-on-2 now. Bomb site in the grasp of this T side. And maybe these Monte guys should already think about saving, because this is a tall order.
It is, but they're a team that's regularly coaxed back into rounds. Alpha. Oh, wow. Punishes both. What a cleanup. Now there's no money saved through. There's nothing taken through. But Sprout have a chance to make this look a whole lot better. So they took the risk. The risk paid off. And what does Monte have to show us here? Some Deegs. It's not nothing. A Zeus on SDY. What do you Zeus on Mirage, Alan?
So you know the
Whoa, wanted to get in a ladder.
Not ladder.
Beat on the timing, so no Zeus chance for him. Knife out, knife down.
I like you know, under the B apartments, under the the jailed window.
Yeah,
then when they jump out. BOROS, they didn't check.
He was boosted back up.
He's boosted back in, but how,
yeah, there was a smoke. That was a very cheeky play. Now they've got a gun. They've got a weapon. While there's a lot of control of this A site, knowing that there's players in towards window, they're going to be a bit nervous about it. XELLOW's being toyed with.
BOROS
and hit this shot. Molotov down, but BOROS might have him, no. The dink was on, but not the kill confirmed. Still low. XELLOW will be taken out of play. Even numbers. Bomb ticking. That might be their saving grace. Alpha as well, doing a good job of cleaning up these kills. He started to come alive in these last few. And Monte's going to back away with their salvaged guns, trying to get it in towards the future. DemQQ will not be able to do so. kRaSnaL on the op. They know he's here. They know he's stuck. They're trying to bring the pressure. They want this gun out of his hands. Lau going to be trying to do exactly that. A no-scope. Alive for the moment. A second as well. kRaSnaL sweeping these guns away on the other side, and he should be able to save. The op will live. Hard-earned, hard-fought, well-deserved.
If you're Sprout, you're wiping some sweat off your brow, because that is a bonkers round. BOROS boosted, guns recovered. kRaSnaL taking away a lot of your weapons as well. Look at this last shot. That is just brutal. And it still feels like, even though Sprout have closed some ground here, there's a way to go. And they've also lost a lot of their loss bonus. They don't have much money in the bank. If they lose this round, the buy will be far from ideal. So they've, you know, in terms of recovering this game, they've completed the first few steps, but there's some big strides left to go. And this round is one of those.
towards Khan early on. No real aggression. We're getting BOROS making some space in towards apps, but by Monte's standards, this is downright passive. DemQQ with a bit of a spot, but he's a fire, a flame. BOROS traded out 1 for 1. They'll take that every day of the week, and now DemQQ dropped the A site, vulnerable. SDY, what can you do? Smoked off. Go for the spam. It will connect, but not for the kill. And an answer back in kind means this bomb is going down, and this might again be a save. Sprout, they have waited so late into this half, but now it's looking very good.
Starting to warm up. Clean entries. Good team play.
Question is, Alan, are you believing? Or is this the classic fake comeback still?
Then kill one of these saving players. There's quite a lot to force another eco. One more gun round. And I'll say Sprout's in it.
I'm intrigued. I feel like the risk always with Monte, even when they feel down and out, is you just have one explosion, right? You have one BOROS 3K from connector. You have one WARO pop-off clip. And it's over. When they've gotten themselves this close, that's all you need. You just need one. But in this round, just be the 2 guns. Surprisingly even kill distribution as well, right? There are 4 players on to 20 kills, at least, over on the Monte side. Over on the other side as well, Sprout, it's very much a team effort. Everyone's gotten involved. Alpha started to shine quite a bit in this late stage of the game, but they have been living and dying as a team, it feels. Looks like we're getting a mid-fight. Players postured for it. kRaSnaL getting aggressive up cat. Alpha's in the underpass. It's not a bad setup for Sprout to contend with this, to deal with this, and that's the first kill, an important one as well. Lao down.
Oh,
but,
no.
Oh, my God. It's all falling apart. Here's that explosion.
Oh,
here's that round they need. And it's not one player popping off. It's everybody. Kills across the board. And now Xiphon on his lonesome to try and recover against 4. He's got time at least. He's got the first kill, but that gives up his positioning. And now Monte, like heat-seeking missiles, their focus is drawn entirely to the last spot of conflict. BOROS holds the line, and 15 are found. It was deagles. It was pistols in hand, and that is all that Monte need.
I mean, we spoke about it at the start of the first half, didn't we? The Monte factor of, irrespective of the buy or the situation or even the numbers left alive, something can just happen, and 3 players, monstrous shots in mid at the same moment. That is a disaster. StaehrH and Xiphon don't even have rifles. Utility is lacking so much across the board. And WARO already out mid, wants to punish XELLOW down. That was the heaviest hitting weapon they had. He's already gone, and WARO wants more.
Just gonna keep carrying it up. The bomb's here. The bomb's here. They have to escape. Now it's dropped, and an extra kill confirmed alongside it. It's disaster for Sprout. Enough of this mid setup here that WARO can just focus his attention top, and there's just nowhere to go. Xiphon will try a prod towards sight, but he immediately meets the secondary AWP in the hands of SDY. A new wrinkle at the worst possible moment, and this one's a non-starter. Not a bullet landed the other way. Alpha, like the first, but knife out. That's not the answer, not the antidote. Monte, it felt inevitable. It felt like it was going to be the case from the jump, but it is confirmed here. Mirage, their home turf, their map pick, and their domain in this game.
Yeah, I feel like what we just saw is, you know, an 80% Monte still.